Hey friendos, it's Ritz. Welcome back to TMITuesday, the show where I answer your guys' questions every week. And we have kind of a conversation going. It's kind of cool. We didn't have a theme for this week, but next week's theme is going to be Christmas-related questions or like holiday-related questions and things about that, like favorite Christmas presents, stuff like that. That's a freebie. Someone can steal that, and I bet 8 of you are going to ask it. Shit. But ask any questions you guys want of that sort of theme, and we'll take it from there. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into the questions and get this bitch started. Jelena Reyes asks, who would I pick to be with if it was the end of the world? One person. Whoever my boyfriend is at the time, I think I'm going to go with that, because I'm going to go out with a bang. We're going to go to the shooting range, obviously. Come on, we're going to go shoot some guns, it'll be fun, maybe shoot some zombies if they're there. And then we're going to just wait for whatever the catastrophe is that'll end the world to end the world. Or die of old age. I don't exactly know which one. Sasha Dinsmore asks if I like the band Neck Deep, and why don't you, Yes, I do. Shy Guy asks if I'm nervous about moving so far, and what was the worst thing that happened to me while moving? Well, not necessarily while moving, but the trip that I made before I moved up to San Francisco from Los Angeles, my car got a flat tire in the middle of nowhere, where I had no cell service, I had no idea how to fix my flat tire, and no one to help me, and that was pretty awful. I had to basically go for a bit of a hike to pull up a Google article or something, a WikiHow, how to change your tire, and I thank God I had the actual materials in my car to change the tire, and was able to then take screenshots, go back, and then my phone was dying, and that was a whole nother issue. And then once I finally got the car, I changed my car tire, and I felt like a real adult, because I'd never done anything like that before. I'm a real man. No, but really, I want my man card for that. That's a pretty big deal for me, okay? Okay. Nauseous Cran asks, do I watch The Voice? No, I haven't had cable TV in about 6 years, so. I watched NCIS. Is that still on NCIS? That's a show I used to watch. Hot Dog asks if there's any country I haven't traveled to that I would like to visit. Yes, Japan. Pretty high up there, as well as anywhere in the UK. I've wanted to go there for a while, but traveling is goddamn expensive. Can't do it. All my expenses are going to moving now. I'm moving 1,400 miles away. It's pretty far, actually, like 1,700 miles. Something like that. It's far. That's all I need to know. Justin Graham asks what my favorite comedy show is. Rick and Morty on Adult Swim, Season 3 coming soon. If you guys ever watched things like South Park and those sorts of things, you might like Rick and Morty by creator of Community. Great show as well. R.I.P. 6 seasons and a movie. Just waiting on that movie one day. But Rick and Morty, fantastic show. Fucking hilarious. My favorite comedy. That's on now, I guess. I really just watch it on Adult Swim, or with friends who actually have cable, because I don't. The Bravo Taco asks if I cut my hair every time I need one, if so, how? If you go back to my vlog I made a couple weeks ago when I was making vlogs again, nothing interesting has happened except for this move, so maybe vlogs will come back soon. But TLDR is I showed you guys what I do, which is basically take the razor and then just go all the way up there, do the sides as well, and then the top is just whatever length I feel like it. It's actually really easy to cut your own hair once you learn how to just follow the lines. I just know to follow this line all the way back. And then the same part with here when I part it the other way. And then I just part my hair where the fuck I want. It's really easy. It only takes like 10-15 minutes, so. The Bravo Taco, ever had a car road trip like more than 2 or 3 states? Nope, and I'm going to try to keep it not like that. Because the last car road trip I had, I got in that 16-car pileup, and boy, wasn't that fun. That's why I'm shipping my car to Austin. I don't want to drive that. No thank you. Not after a big accident like that. I'm like, I don't want to do long drives. I'd rather not. And lastly, the Bravo Taco asks if I'll ever be away to play with my friendos. And once we are regularly streaming on Twitch, once we have moved to Austin, we'll be doing subscriber playdates like once a month or something like that. And it'll be fun things, and we'll schedule it on the subscriber discords. If you want to get preemptively ready for that, you can go subscribe to me on Twitch and !Discord, that whole thing. Link your Twitch with your Discord and check out the subscriber Discord. Or not. Doesn't really matter. If you want to play, that's probably the best way to do it. Just a way to give back to the people who've been, helping support me do what I do every day. So yeah. I say so yeah after almost everything, because I don't know how to end sentences, by the way. So yeah. Megs Games asked what my favorite My Chemical Romance song was, and I'd probably have to say It's Not Okay, Helena, or Welcome to the Black Parade. Those are the 3 that I listen to a lot. Fucking phenomenal songs. I remember watching the music video to I'm Not Okay on a cruise ship for all fucking whatever, and it was one of the only 8 songs that it played on whatever station that was. I got to know that song really well. Trust me. Cragmaster asks what my favorite show was as a kid, and that's a pretty tough question because I don't actually remember watching a whole lot. I watched, obviously, like, Dragon Ball Z, that was the fucking shit for a while. I used to watch Pokemon and Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Beyblade. I'm a goddamn nerd. Chaos Joker 84, have you ever seen any Evil Dead movies or Ash vs. Evil Dead? I have seen Evil Dead, the original, and the remake. I have not seen Ash vs. Evil Dead. It is on my list of things to watch one day. There's too many things to watch. As you get older, you're just like, holy fuck, I don't have enough time. I could literally sit down and watch just TV 24 hours a day for the rest of my life, and I would still never catch up on all the things that I need to watch. Gotta be picky and choosing, it's real hard. It sucks. Roxy K, if you had to murder one person that you were close to, who would it be and why? What the fuck is wrong with you? Jesus. Seven Deadly Sins, if you were to start a band, what would your band name be? What instrument would you play? Would you be the singer? Paint us the fantasy. I'm not going to tell you my band names because I've fucking thought of a bajillion great ones, and then they're usually taken. I had one that was Werewolves, W-E-apostrophe-R-E, werewolves, because I like play on words. The one that I had for a while was not as advertised. I thought that was a funny band name. What else? We had fucking Rabid Teddy Bears was a really shitty band name I had in high school. And yeah, I'd be the singer, because apparently I can sing. Magnus Faxium asked me if I've ever met a celebrity, if so, who and where. I was at a water park once and met Mark Cuban, and by met Mark Cuban, my brother and my best friend got photos with some guy. They're like, Sean, take a photo. And I was like, okay. Who? What? And then they sat next to him, I was like, okay, sure. And I took photos and like, that's Mark Cuban. And I was like, who? To this day, I still don't really know who Mark Cuban is, but yeah, I met him, I guess. Sean Heatherly asks if I'm a fan of any classical artists like Mozart. Nope, not really my style or scene. I kind of just stick to the pop punk and post-hardcore scenes, and that's about it. Carson Aria says, whatever to TMITuesday with advice, like any advice, I don't care that you're bad at it, mate. I don't really have advice, and I'm not a licensed therapist, and I don't really feel like I should be giving advice to people if I don't know all of the facets of their lives and the things that how that would affect them and all of those sorts of nonsensical things. And the sentence is kind of just running on, and I'm just doing this train of thought thing where it keeps going on. I can't breathe. Cyan Titus asked what one of my favorite holidays are. I'm gonna have to go with Christmas because there are some phenomenal pop-punk Christmas songs, such as Alone This Holiday by The Used, Boxing Day by Blink-182, let me see, what else do we got here? Icicles by Punchline, Xmas by Newfound Glory, all are great songs, and it puts me in the Christmas cheer, but slightly punkier, and there's not like good Halloween songs or anything like that. Otherwise, Halloween would be my favorite holiday, even though I haven't dressed up in years. Should probably do that sometime. Nobody's Dogma asks Mario or Luigi, and the correct answer is Waluigi. There's no other option. There's red Waluigi, there's green Waluigi, there's yellow purple Waluigi, but Waluigi is best Luigi. What? Shy Guy says, any phone game that you would recommend that you still play or played? I used to play Monster Strike and I used to play Puzzle and Dragons, and those took money, so I stopped playing them. When I started spending money, I was like, that's bad. I shouldn't spend money on a mobile game. So, I don't play mobile games anymore. Eric Vanderwath asked if I was magically sucked into a magical fantasy world, what class would I be? Fighter, mage, rogue, barbarian, etc.? Given that you can magically receive training in said class. I'm gonna go with a mage just because I would never play a mage in like RPGs, but I think that being able to use magic would be cool, and maybe I could be able to fly. There's a recurring theme, and anytime I can do magic, let me fly, because that's where my brain goes. Crynex Hub asks why I don't watch Dragon Ball Super. I tried to watch it. It's real hard because the animation was really rough in a couple scenes, and also I'm so used to the Funimation dub, you know, with like Chris Sabat as Vegeta and Piccolo and that whole team. I'm so used to their voices that it sounds so different to hear the Seiyu or the Japanese cast doing it. So I just don't, I can't. I'm gonna wait for the Funimation dub to come out, and then I'm gonna watch it, and then I'm gonna just cry because it's gonna be amazing, and I want it, and I need it, and soon. E-Court Music, have I ever listened to Melanie Martinez? She's really cool and weird. You guys keep recommending me music, and I don't check it out because I'm the worst. Also, I tried to check out a couple things from one of them. I really didn't like the stuff you guys were recommending, so maybe you guys gotta get better tastes. Or our tastes need to align better. I think that's the better way to say that. But really get better taste in music, scrubs. Same Difference asks if I've ever watched the original Fullmetal Alchemist and its following movies. And I'm gonna say yes, I don't have it with me, but we have the OVA collection. We have Brotherhoods Part 1 and 2. Oh, and that's Sega Star Milos. And then I have Conqueror of Shambhala. So yes, yes. Yes. Mwah. Yes. Hollow Dragonite asked me if it bothers me having games on several different consoles, like game series spread across them, and not really, because at the point in my life that I'm at now, I can own all of the consoles. I literally have a wall of consoles. I have Xbox One, PS4, Xbox 360, Wii U, which never gets used, my PS2, PS3 over there. I can play whatever I want, whenever I want. It's awesome, because being adult, you can get that. Also, like, old consoles now are super cheap. I got a fucking backwards compatible PS3 for like $80, and it's backwards compatible, plays PS2 games too. It's awesome. When it breaks, I'm gonna cry. But until then, I can play whatever I want, and it'll be great. Shadow Cove, if I suddenly changed into a woman, what would I do and how would I react? I would be incredibly terrified and cry. That's what would happen, because I have no interest in being a woman. That'd be fucking terrifying. And our final question for today is, Alexander asked if I ever listened to Linkin Park, Evanescence, and 3 Days Grace, or Hollywood Undead. I used to listen to a lot of them. I don't anymore, but this is my probably most embarrassing secret. I used to love Linkin Park, and I mean, they were my first concert ever. If you listen to the Music Q&A, you would have known that. This is my collection of every single CD they released up until whatever it was. We have Linkin Park's Underground 5, Linkin Park's Underground 6, Linkin Park's Underground 7, Linkin Park, what is this? Songs from the Underground was a release they did. Road to Revolution, which is about when I stopped listening to them. Reanimation. We got Minutes to Midnight, Meteora, Live in Texas. Oh, fun fact. Were they in Houston for that? Probably. I don't know where they were in that. Oh man. In the End, Live and Rare, I actually asked the store clerk at no, it was Borders, wow, before they closed. I asked him if all the songs were in Japanese, because the front of this was in Japanese characters. There was like a big white thing that was all in Japanese, and I was like, are they singing in Japanese? Because I didn't understand how music worked. We have the Jay-Z Collision Course, and then of course we have Fort Minor, The Rising Tide. And for some reason, I don't have my copy of Hybrid 3 here. So to answer your question, yes to Linkin Park. I used to listen to all of those except for Hollywood Undead. I could never get into them. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this week's TMI Tuesday. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and leave your comments with your questions for next week's topic, which is holiday themed. You can also bing the bell, which is a thing you have to do to get notified of my videos. Otherwise, I'll become irrelevant as a YouTuber and cry. That's depressing. Anyways, friend knows, as always, guys, my name is Ritz, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
So one time, there was a gassy Mexican, and he was trying to kill his friends. But he sucked and couldn't find any of them.
He's right.
I don't like it so much anymore.
He's right, he couldn't find us.
Okay, big boy. You go sit up there like a big monkey, Donald Trump.